This is a setup video for the lab on acceleration due to gravity. So in the first part, you're going to measure your height. And so what I did here was I kind of stood up against my wall here. I have a nice whiteboard in my office, so that was useful. And I sort of stood up against it and matched where my head, stood up and matched where my head reaches the board, and I sort of put the top of the Post-it note right there, okay, where the top of my head is. And I was able to mark it first because I had a whiteboard, but depending on the wall, you may care about it and might not want to mark it with anything. Okay, and then on the floor, I just took a cushion from my office couch from way back in the 70s, old couch. So, and then all I really did was, once I hit record with the accelerometer sensor, I just held the iLab device, and so I held it nice and parallel to the ground. So like the wheels were parallel to the ground, or you can do the wheels straight up, and this side, you know, nice and parallel to the ground. It doesn't matter either which way. It's going to be along the z-axis, so it's just going to be one direction is going to be positive, the other will be negative, depending on if you hold it like this or if you hold it like this. Okay, but if we try to hold it nice and flat, not flat, but nice and parallel to the ground, we'll get some nice good data. Okay, as far as the accelerometer, the z-axis of the accelerometer, and you want to make sure that you have calibrated the accelerometer to your computer that you're using this on. So if you don't, you could potentially get some bad data. Okay, and so I might have to hold it out just a little bit so I don't bump anything here on the way down, but I'll just hold it there, and I'll try to hold it nice and straight, and then boom. So I dropped it, you heard it hit the cushion, then it bounced off, hit the floor. That's okay. This device can take a little beating, but for the most part, we cushioned it with a cushion. So you can use some sort of whatever cushion you find to be useful for this, or if you just drop it on the ground, you should be fine too. But you know, maybe just take a little precaution since. So we don't have to send you another one just in case, but you should be fine. Okay, then for the second part, you're going to want to push the device up some sort of inclined plane. So here in my office, I set up a couple ways. So I tried doing a video of this, and if you look at the lecture videos, the lesson videos, I did this and analyzed it in some detail, not with this track, but a different one. And it was actually, I found the longer the track, it was a little bit difficult to get some good data because I don't have 4 wheels on the device. I got 3, and so as I pushed it up, the device sort of swerved a bit. So it's actually good to use a shorter ramp, and you'll still get some good data. And so what I did was I just grabbed my college physics textbook from when I went to college, and I just grabbed another little thing here, and basically what I did was I used it just as a little wedge to create an incline, okay? And then I put the device on here, and it doesn't matter which way you put it. Maybe I'll put it so that the positive Y is going up, okay? And you'll use the wheel sensor for this part, and you really only need to use the position and the velocity graphs, the acceleration graphs. You can check it off if you want, but you're not really going to need to use that. So if you want to make the other 2 graphs bigger, that's what I did anyway. So what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to give it a push, just enough push so it'll go up. You don't want it to go flying off the edge, right? But we want to get some data so that it will push it. It'll go up to the highest point and come back down again. It doesn't have to go all the way up, but you don't want it falling off the top of the book either. So one good trial should look sort of like this. Okay. and you could try it a couple different times, see what the graphs look like. See, I went too far that time. Okay, but that's essentially all you're going to do for this part with the inclined plane, and then you're going to analyze that data some more as you see in the lab manual. And that's it for the acceleration due to gravity lab setup.